as it would be for a Dylan McCaffrey. I think a quarterback is one of those positions where the earlier you can get, the better. The more you can get before you get to training camp, the more to help out, the better. But wide receiver, I don't know if it necessarily helps you. I mean, it will help you, but I don't know if you need it, if that makes sense.
Braylon, for all the chatter about Donovan, how excited are you as another wide receiver to come from Detroit just to watch him play his ball here and see what he can do?
I'm excited. Cass Tech has been a filter, been a pipeline, if you will, over the past years for players into the Big Ten, players into NCAA, especially with Michigan. So I'm excited you have another guy, and I'm also just proud of how intellectually smart he is. He's not just a player playing football. He's a guy that's a student athlete in every sense of the word.
He told us he can't wait to catch a touchdown in the big house, and that's going to be a big moment for him. Was that for you, that first one?
It is, especially when you grow up down the street. He went to Cass Tech. He's a Detroit guy. I grew up in Detroit, King guy, and that's all you see. All you see is Michigan growing up. I mean, Michigan State, but I didn't pay that much attention when I was growing up. To catch that first touchdown in the big house is huge. We played at Western Michigan. Had to be my sophomore year. The touchdown, it was just, it was electric.
What was signing day like for you? Not like this.
Oh no, we got gypped. I was telling Marlon Jackson that earlier today. I said I think we caught the short end of the stick as it relates to signing day. It wasn't as big. I already knew I was going to Michigan. There was no mystery. I didn't really have anything else on the table that I was trying to do. So I signed in my high school, and that was kind of it.
What'd you think of this event, Braylon?
I liked it. I think last year was good for the initial kickoff. I thought it was good. You had some celebrity talent out there. You kind of made like a big deal, big show. This year I liked it because you brought former players back. You brought the fans. You brought the people that actually work in Michigan, like the drill majors and things of that nature. You made it more local and more inviting to the family. Like, let it know, like, this is who we are. We have your back for the next 4 or 5 years or however long you're here.
You think it'll be more like that in the future?
I think so. I think it would expand. I still think it'll probably get bigger and bigger, but I still think it would stay like they do now. Maybe one, big name every few years, but I like the format in which they did it this year.
Braylon, what do you think about just kind of celebrity culture a little bit of Coach Harbaugh bringing in the captains and last year bringing in Tom Brady and Derek Jeter for this event? Just what do you think it's like of people who are tied to Michigan, even people who aren't tied to Michigan, coming in for stuff like this and for games?
I like it. I think you're marketing our culture. You guys want better recruits. You guys want better football. You want a better product, and that's one of the ways to go about doing so. I think coaches put, as well as the AD department, they've put our school back on the map. Like, we're here to stay. Like, all they talked about last year was Michigan, regardless of what Alabama was doing, regardless of what Clemson was doing. They're undefeated schools. Nobody cared about them. They cared about us. So I like that. Now we just got to back it up with our play on the football day.
How hard is it?
For you to section some part of your schedule to go see the practices during spring break? Any chance to get involved there?
Definitely. I told Coach I'm up here. I actually don't have class on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and the weekend. So whatever I can do in that regard, I'll be there. I was telling those guys earlier, we had our time in the sun. The Ian Golds and the Lamar Woodleys and Braylon Edwards and Marlon Jackson. We had our 4 years. Now it's time for us to give back to these kids that are here now. So that's why I'm here. I'll get my degree first, but it's been good. I had to use that C2s and canvases, but other than that, it's pretty good.
Why is it important for you to come back to get your degree? You didn't need to get it.
This is very true, but it's something that can't be taken away from me. It's something that I promised my mom when I was younger, and just stepping into a different realm of business, it's good to have that degree so that when you're sitting across from people, people respect you more and they can bring you in. Now they want to bring you in. A lot of jobs that that I potentially may want to get on a higher end later on in life, they have a quota of having at least an undergrad degree. No matter who you are, no matter who you know, they still can't upper echelon you up through that rank. So come back and get this degree is very important.
Are those kids bigger, faster, stronger only, or is there something else with these kids where you said
it's the skill set. Like, they're already ahead of the curve with relation to the skill set. Like, there are little things that you have to do at each position that involve skill. It involves learning skill, get better skill, trading skill. Like little things, little nuances that you learn freshman year of college, sophomore year of college. You may perfect and get better junior year of college. Like, they've had programs, be it these satellite camps, be it these IMG camps, these things that they do, be it YouTube workouts, Instagram things that work out, like people that specifically teach these tools now, they're ahead of the curve. They're learning this at 13 years old, 14 years old, 15 years old. I worked out with Peoples Jones 2-3 weeks ago, and as I'm telling him stuff, he's picking it up like rapid fire. And I know I wasn't at that level in December of 2000. I wasn't at that level going into Michigan. So that's what I'm saying. They're ahead of the curve, as well as physical, fast, and athletic.
Is there any talk with Harbaugh about making that number 1 jersey so special like it used to be? You had to earn it.
Yeah, he did.
Does that bother you, or at least a little bit?
It does, to a certain extent. I don't take anything away from Coach Harbaugh, how he runs his program. Like, I'm here to support whatever he does. I just think that it needs to be truly, truly, truly earned. So you can, when somebody puts that number on, the fans, the media, players on the team, they know that this is a special situation. This is a special person.
Anthony Carter,
This is
Braylon Edwards.
This is somebody we can lean on. Derek Alexander, David Terrell. We can lean on this person. Like, I'm not taking anything away from Copeland, but we don't know what he has to offer in the future, especially now with this receiver class coming in. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this plays out through spring and to training camp.
Have you talked to him at all about that?
Who?
Him personally?
Yeah, Crawford. I apologize. So many names thrown at me there. Yeah, I did talk to Crawford. Now I haven't talked to him about wearing the number 1. Like, I saw him, I was like, hey, just do your thing. Yeah, I'm here for you. I'm up here, kind of like along the lines of that. And if he chooses to reach out, then he chooses to reach out. But we'll see. He's from a long ways from home, so it'll be interesting to see what happens with him in spring ball.
When you're coming from Detroit and you're pretty much committed to Michigan the whole way for Braylon Edwards, what do other schools try to do to sway you away from Michigan when you're pretty much dead set on Michigan for yourself?
Maybe a little duffel bag with a little. Nah, I'm just joking. You know what? I was so swayed on Michigan. I think people knew it. They kind of just like let me go. They said my dad. I had Michigan ties to my father. Stayed down the street. Was really adamant about it. Canceled all my recruiting trips. So it was. I didn't necessarily have to deal with that. That's gonna be. That's one you may have to talk with Pete Jones about. I'm sure he knows a little more than I do.
Braylon,